The earth quaked in Asia. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and it really rocked Burma, where the military-run government has declared states of emergency, but we don't know how much damage there is or how many casualties there are in Burma. The powerful 7.7 magnitude quake also rattled Thailand.
I was in my lazy boy, and all of a sudden it moved back and forth, and then it toppled over.
She's in Bangkok, where 2 people are dead. Others were rescued or still trapped when the building under construction collapsed.
This building was just moving, dust and debris. It was pretty intense.
There's also damage reported across Burma's border in China. Parts of southeast Texas are underwater near the Mexico border after nearly a foot of torrential rain submerged cars, leading to people needing high water rescues. Vice President Vance goes to Greenland today, the Denmark territory that President Trump wants the U.S. to take over. It was supposed to be just Vance's wife Usha going, but that changed after criticism in Greenland.
This was originally billed as Second Lady Usha Vance's first solo engagement. She was supposed to visit some of Greenland's historical sites and watch a national dog sled race. Now the Second Lady will be joined by her husband, the Vice President, of course, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Energy Secretary Chris Wright, and Utah Senator Mike Lee. They'll be heading to the Bidufik Space Base, the military's northernmost installation.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Federal judge has ordered the Trump administration not to delete any of the messages in that Signal group chat after a lawsuit was filed over a journalist being inadvertently allowed into the discussion about military strikes against Houthi militants.
The nonprofit American Oversight is saying the government relied on unauthorized use of Signal for sensitive national security decision-making. The judge says he will only order the government to preserve all Signal communications between March 11th and 15th. That's around the time frame concerning the imminent military action in Yemen.
That's Fox's Jill Nato. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Audio presents the Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door, exploring the life and crimes of 5 serial predators from across the United States.
It's a very disturbing case.
In never-before-heard interviews and first-hand perspectives.
Described as pure evil. That's a good description.
The Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door. Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Get those W-2s ready. Tax season has arrived. It's the Fox Business Tax Tips. Fox News Radio's Ginny Casola and Hillary Barsky are joined by the hosts of the Fox Business Network to provide you with the latest tips, tricks, and updates on filing your taxes. From deadlines to tax law changes to the latest deductions, we'll cover it all to make sure you keep that hard-earned money where it belongs, in your pocket. Listen and follow the Fox Business Tax Tips at foxnewspodcasts.com.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has been at the heart of that Signal group chat controversy. He was posting the info about the military strikes in Yemen, and he insists no war plans or classified details were disclosed. And the secretary did not address that on a trip today to the Philippines, an ally the U.S. is working with to deter China.
President Trump is a peacemaker. President Trump seeks peace. That's my message here as well. But in order to bring that peace, we will be strong.
A Senate hearing focused on national security involving artificial intelligence and the military.
Nevada Democratic Senator Jackie Rosen says AI changes everything.
We know that our adversaries are developing new AI tools that have the potential to fundamentally shift the nature of warfare.
AI experts testified that advanced artificial general intelligence is coming. Jim Miner is a VP and director at RAND Global. He warned that AI is a critical race.
Reminiscent of the nuclear arms race, such that the quest for superiority risks triggering rather than deterring conflict.
However, other witnesses testified the Pentagon has not launched a new AI platform in a decade, and therefore lacks the foundational pieces necessary to build AI solutions. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling ahead of another inflation update this morning. This after the Dow dropped 155 points. The Nasdaq's decline yesterday was 94. In the men's college basketball tournament, top seeds Duke and Florida advanced to the Elite Eight. So did Alabama. Texas Tech, which beat Arkansas in overtime, also moved on. In Major League Baseball, it was opening day for 26 teams while the Dodgers kept rolling.
Shohei hits this one to left. It's carrying over the wall.
Shohei Ohtani helped power the Los Angeles Dodgers past the Detroit Tigers 5-4 on ESPN. The defending World Series champions are now 3-0 after beating the Chicago Cubs twice in Japan last week. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The U.S. Marine Corps has charged a Cookeville man with premeditated murder in the death of his spouse. The Herald-Citizen reports that charges against Staff Sergeant Alonzo Alcantara came nearly 7 months after the alleged incident took place on Marine Corps Base, Hawaii. Alcantara will face a court-martial. Cookeville police have charged a man with stalking after he allegedly harassed a Golden Corral employee for over 2 months. 48-year-old Johnny Harry Farron arrested Friday after he allegedly damaged the victim's vehicle. Farron has posted bond and will appear in General Sessions Court next month. People who travel Genesis Road in Cumberland County may have to rely on an alternate route later this year. TDOT says repairs to the road between Catoosa Canyon Road and Obed Pines Road will begin late summer or early fall. The agency says the project will require a complete closure in the area with detours put in place for both north and southbound traffic. That's the news for WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06.
Do you know? Oh, I'm sorry. I did that 2 days in a row to you.
28th of March.
Okay, didn't want to step on you again.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
done.
2 days in a row I've
That's
done.
all right, Sheila. Maybe I left too long a pause.
When you pause, I think I need to jump.
Right.
So, you know.
Sometimes I'm just taking a breath.
Well, you're a laid back, cool cat.
Whatever, Sheila.
Happy Friday, everyone. Today is going to be high close to 80. And we've got 53 right now, so not as cold as it has been.
Feels great.
Yeah, nice out there.
Very springy. A few things you need to know. Starting today, sections of West Stevens Street between Hughes Street and South Willow Avenue will close in about 23 minutes.
It's funny because he's got it down to the wire.
Well, I mean, it's
in about 23 minutes.
Well, it's easy math. It's going to close at 6:30. It's 6:07, so 23 minutes.
Well, Jamestown Police Department.
Maybe I wasn't done telling about the street closure.
Oh, I'm sorry you paused again. Maybe it is you pausing. Apologize about that.
No through traffic will be permitted, but if you live on that street, of course, you can go home. Done.
Okay.
I'll start trying to give you better signals, Sheila.
Usually you do. Maybe I think I'm a little bit jumpy this morning and you're a little bit laid back.
That's it. That's every morning, Sheila.
I'm jumpy?
Yeah, like a cat. Don't do that.
Jamestown Police Department, in addition to their new office manager, they're going to be having some other changes. Office hours, like the front lobby of Jamestown Police Department, they're located across from Monday's Funeral Home, 222 South Main Street. They're going to be open Monday through Thursday, 6 to 4. This will be the new location for picking up copies of offense and crash reports within the city of Jamestown.
All right.
Done.
Okay. Today, starting at 9, which is 2 hours and 21 minutes away. And this is going to last approximately 3 hours. There's going to be a power outage on Rochelle Place and Celeste Drive. It's going to affect about 56 homes in that area. So if you live out that way, just know that they're fixing some power lines that they've got, obviously your electricity back on, but they're still, firming up everything from all those storms. So in order to get that fixed 100%, they're going to have you down for about 3 hours.
That's
today.
taken a while to get back to normal.
It has. There's a lot of trees down, and a lot more than you thought. So, anyway.
And I know they try to fix it temporarily so everybody has electricity. So they're probably going and making sure it's fixed right.
That's right.
Upper Cumberland Development District, they took action on the Hill, like in Nashville. Child Care Day at the Hill. Recently, their team joined forces with child care providers, Tennessee Tech's early childhood education experts, and their partners to advocate for the Upper Cumberland Bright Start plan. They spoke with legislators. A whole group of folks from the local UCDD did that, talking to legislators about critical need for quality child care. Mm-hmm. And this is a problem in the area. They have to jump through so many hoops just to open up a child care facility.
Oh, yeah.
Which I understand.
Some of those hoops are needed, but
some of the
maybe
hoops
not
are
all of them.
But it's all the organizations that are in on it are not really on the same page at times. So they're trying to get everything to go a little smoothly, because those that have wanted to open up a child care that are probably vetted and really good, it's been very hard for them. And then they want, great education for kids too, like great early education to start their lives off good. So good work from the Upper Cumberland Development District.
Kohl's is going to be closing 27 stores nationwide.
I saw that.
Cookeville is not one of them.
Right, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Our Kohl's is doing good, I guess. That's interesting because J.C. Penney's, they said they were closing a bunch of stores, but Cookeville, not one of them. So,
see, I think it is because we are, to me, the local is 14 counties, the Upper Cumberland, and we do have a lot of folks from all surrounding areas come here, and I do think that helps us.
Oh, of course it does, yeah. And then that's Kohl's is it's a good place. Now, they quit doing the Kohl's Cash, though, didn't they?
Yes.
See, I think that was their mistake.
Some other people were saying that on Facebook when I saw that.
Yeah.
They're saying they quit having all those great coupons. They need to go back to that.
Well, they were the coupon place.
Yeah.
I mean.
Great deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that they don't have good deals anymore, but it's changed a bit.
Well, I blame the Kohl's Cash.
Yeah. We feel like we've got extra savings,
Yeah.
But even if it's just got their logo on it, but you save like 10, 15%, that really helps, especially in big ticket items.
It felt good.
It felt real good. You know how us women are when we say.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, oh, yeah.
You hear me and Piper talking.
Oh, yeah.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Good deals. Cookeville High School received a performing arts grant recently. It was a morning delivering a grant check to CHS. The PEP Foundation delivered that, and that grant was $3,000 for their performing arts. That's going to help invest in program opportunities that remove barriers for students. So that's awesome. Congratulations to them for receiving that grant.
Tennessee Tech announced their football schedule, 7 home games, and it looks like they're hang on here. Let me tell you who their big game is. I believe it's the University of Kentucky. Yeah, on November the 15th. And yeah, so they're they always play the one game against a much larger school. So that's it, but it's in November. Tech may have a chance to win that.
That's exciting.
It's set in 7 home games this year, by the way.
Great.
I think last year was only 5,
Mm-hmm.
but this year there's going to be 7 home games.
Well, I just wanted to remind people I came across this in my search for things you need to know, and I know with spring coming, mating season for the deer, there's lots of deer crossing. They're out looking for their women crossing the road. And as beautiful as they are, they can be dangerous too.
Yes,
and if
they
you're
can.
not aware, just kind of it's even late in the evenings or early mornings when they're out searching for food too. Just watch it because there's lots of collisions this time of year because of deer crossings.
Yeah, I almost had one yesterday morning, and of course, I'm aware of deer.
Yeah.
I mean, especially on my road, there's tons of.
Well, even on your property, tons of them, because your dog, that's her flock.
Sometimes I have to wait for them in my driveway. Like they used to run off.
Yeah, but now they're like, oh, we've got protection. Ruby, the
Great Pyrenees. Now the deer just look at me like, oh, I need to move.
Like they think they're on protected land now.
Right.
Like you are their park.
Right.
They're protected Great Smoky Mountains.
I'm like, yes, if you could move, that'd be great. But yeah,
sometimes you don't see them until they just come right up. But be aware.
Well, yeah, especially, you know what, and if your road's next to a creek or a pond,
that's exactly right.
Then that's, be extra careful around.
Yeah, because they search for water, and they're going to stay around the water and everything like that. So,
Sheila, that's all I got for things you need to know. Do you got any more?
Jason, that's all I have.
All right, well, Your 2 Cents is coming up next. It's brought to you by our friends at Freedom Pond. They're at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
Well, y'all, how do you think of that little jingle, Freedom Pond?
Freedom Pond.
What sport has the best uniforms?
Actually, baseball, I think.
I said that too. I love baseball, and I think hockey has good uniforms. Yeah, they do, because, when the Predators...
they don't look comfortable. Baseball
not as comfortable, but baseball is more comfortable.
Baseball's like pajamas.
Like nice pajamas.
Yeah.
The cottony pajamas.
Yeah.
But I do think some of the hockey jerseys are cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
As far as design?
Design, hockey and baseball.
I was going for comfortability.
But comfort, definitely baseball.
Definitely baseball.
Yeah.
All right. Head over to News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub on Facebook, or Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook, and get in on our topic today. Your 2 Cents coming up next at 6:17. We'll be back in just a minute on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville.
Now you can get generic Viagra shipped to your door for about $2 a pill. Get the same impact for less. Call Steelman Pills now and get the same blue pill for about $2 a pill. Call now for the 50-pill special and save even more. Plus, get a free bonus.
800-621-4764. 800-621-4764. That's 800-621-4764.
Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Matthew chapter 9, verse 35. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, as we study through the Gospel of Matthew right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Call us before you dig. Accidents are caused each year because someone broke a gas line that they didn't know was there. Remember, not all of our lines are in the street. They go through your yard to the house. Don't take a chance. The Cookeville Gas Department will gladly check any area before you dig and tell you if there are any gas lines present. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas. Energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life.
Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you live in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:21.
Jacob Vinson from Upper Cumberland Reporter will be in a little after 7, and we will talk sports. So much going on this time of year.
A lot of sports to talk about.
Yeah.
We ain't even really talked about any high school baseball.
That's true.
That's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're doing a new thing on Hub Plus coming up starting this Monday. Monday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
So whatever their game of the week for Monday is, Upper Cumberland Reporter, you'll be able to watch that on Hub Plus, whether that's on Channel 192 on Twin Lakes or Spectrum, or if it's on the Hub Plus app, which is what we'd really love for you to get if you have Roku currently. Just search Hub space and then spell out plus, Plus.
Yeah, a lot of people still ask me if it's video. It is on Hub Plus.
It's video. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can watch on demand the Randy Porter Show, Cookeville Lifestyles. Also, Anthony Taylor's Upper Cumberland Weather is streaming live on that app as well. And I know that there's some weather coming in, so that makes it handy for you to watch Anthony. And
it could get rough this weekend,
It could.
especially Sunday.
yeah, I did that the last time the weather got bad. Put it on Hub Plus and watched Upper Cumberland Weather that way. Beautiful 4K.
Yeah.
And Anthony does such a great job explaining everything.
And he concentrates on Upper
Right.
Cumberland.
And every now and then you can see his dog. And you don't get that with Channel 5 in Nashville.
No, you don't.
They have no dogs during their weather.
And I mean, if you've got a dog as a mascot,
I mean, come on.
you're doing it right.
I mean, Upper Cumberland Weather got a dog. Channel 5 don't. You know what that means? Channel 5, losers.
But
6:23 now, time for your 2 cents.
yeah, it's brought to you by Freedom Pond, Mayberry Street in Sparta, and they have tools. They're a guns and ammo store. They have generators, DVDs, just a little bit of
Look,
everything.
they got it all.
They do, so check out Freedom Pond. What sport has the best uniforms?
Not NBA.
No, I don't. I do think it's baseball.
No, I'd have to go baseball. I think they look the coolest, and they're definitely the most comfortable.
Yeah. Now, Kevin said women's gymnastics. I get what you're saying. It's not, he's not talking about comfort. He's talking about the style and the flair and the
Is that what he's talking about?
That's what I'm going to go with, Kevin.
Oh, well, if we're gonna
I don't think the other person on here,
if we're gonna go dirty, then I'm gonna go volleyball.
that's what Scott said. He goes, women's beach volleyball. Not regular volleyball, but the beach volleyball.
Some of those other countries, you turn it on there, they're out there wearing a thong.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm like, what happens if you get sand in that?
That'd be rough.
Yeah, they're like Brazilian, I think.
Thanks for that, Jason. It's image, leave my mind. What sport has the best uniforms? Tex said Supercross. I don't even know what he's talking about. I know Supercross, but I can't.
Well, like a racing uniform.
Oh, he must think that's cool.
I bet it would be.
Yeah, I bet it'd be hot.
I bet it'd be comfortable.
You think?
Yeah.
Aren't they long sleeves too?
Yeah.
I'm not big into long sleeves for me. Menopause.
Well, yeah, you got your problem.
Got the problems as in hormonal.
Sheila's got her issues.
What was that, Jason?
Issues.
Thanks for understanding.
Yeah.
Jim said WWE Women's Wrestling.
Y'all
Guys.
stop being nasty.
Sydney guy, he said football. Angela said lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
They do look very handsome.
Yeah.
And the girls look good too. It's all put together.
Right.
And they look classy.
Mm-hmm.
Tim said hockey. Thomas said rodeo clowns. That's great. Girls volleyball is what Michael says.
Michael.
Now Toby, he shoots straight. He just said baseball.
Yeah. Good job, Toby.
Toby, he don't misbehave
Now,
much.
did you specify sports uniforms?
What sport
Okay.
has the
All
best
right, what
uniforms?
Okay.
Why?
Well, I was thinking, nobody said UPS.
I didn't say best uniforms. I just said what sports.
Yeah.
If we're talking about that, like best uniforms in general,
Yeah.
I think it would be our military.
Oh, man, absolutely. They got some
Like
sweet
them.
ones. Yeah.
Oh man, like when they're dressed in their suits.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
I don't know if they still do, but I always thought the people who used to deliver Coca-Cola, they always had a really cool Coca-Cola shirt, like button-up shirt.
It does make a difference when somebody looks real put together.
Yeah.
It does. It looks great. And now UPS, even if they're wearing their shorts or slacks, it always looks matching, and they always have a smile on their face. And we get on their nerves ordering all those packages.
We have to.
But I guess they think, oh, it's what keeps us in business.
I don't know about any of the other
FedEx has good uniforms too.
FedEx, Orkin.
Yes.
Well, I think Orkin. Hiller, yeah, they've got some good ones.
Yeah.
But
don't leave out doctors and nurses.
Oh yeah. Well, just any old uniform will work, won't it, Sheila?
No.
No? Is there a bad uniform?
Well, I don't want to say them. That sounds mean. But yes.
Well, go ahead and say it.
I can't. There's another delivery service that I'm not as fond of.
I can't. Oh, the Postal Service?
No.
Oh.
I love the Postal Service.
Okay, well,
No, they're yellow.
They're yellow. DHL. I didn't even think they were even still in business.
Are they not?
I hadn't seen them in a while.
They should have had better uniforms.
Yeah. All right, coming up, we've got spoiler alert for you. It's coming up here in just a little bit. It's the latest in the news of entertainment, music. So stick around for that. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Be sure to check out willowwindow.pro. Temperatures are on the rise. Things are starting to bloom out. Your yard's starting to grow.
It sure is.
Spring is here. Summer's around the corner.
Little birds building nests.
You should go ahead and find out about how you can turn your backyard into the summer space you've always dreamed of with Willow Window's new summer space. You can find out more information at willowwindow.pro. Hang out with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The U.S. Marine Corps has charged a Cookeville man with premeditated murder in the death of his spouse. The Herald-Citizen reports that charges against Staff Sergeant Alonzo Alcantara came nearly 7 months after the alleged incident took place on Marine Corps Base Hawaii. Alcantara will face a court-martial. People who travel Genesis Road in Cumberland County may have to rely on an alternate route later this year. TDOT says repairs to the road between Catoosa Canyon Road and Obed Pines Road will begin late summer or early fall. The agency says the project will require a complete closure in the area with detours put in place in both north and southbound traffic lanes. The work expected to take 180 days to complete. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office at Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A big artificial intelligence stock launch is expected today, except that it's turning out to be more modest than predicted. CoreWeave, an AI cloud company, priced its stock at $40 a share. Investors were anticipating the launch at up to $55. CoreWeave makes money from cloud rentals of artificial intelligence servers that use NVIDIA chips. Shares of Lululemon Athletica are down 12%. The athleisure company is bracing for slower sales growth, saying the dynamic macro environment has contributed to a more cautious consumer. U.S. Steel shares are up 6% following a report saying U.S. Steel's takeover by Nippon Steel could be salvaged. The two companies are in talks with the Trump administration. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
I'm alpine skier Michaela Schifrin. I've won the most World Cup ski races in history. But what does success mean to me? Success means discipline. It's teamwork. It's the drive and passion inside of us, and it's why Stifel is one of the fastest growing global wealth management firms in the country. If you're looking for success, surround yourself with the people who will get you there. If you're an advisor or investor, choose Stifel, where success meets success.
Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Past performance is no indication of future results. Investing involves risk. Consult a financial advisor before making.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. Another sunny and mild day is shaping up for us. Temperatures will quickly warm into the 60s by lunchtime, with highs this afternoon topping out around 70, south wind around 5 miles per hour. Tonight will be partly cloudy with lows in the lower 50s. Friday will be even warmer with partly sunny skies and highs in the mid to upper 70s.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu. Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways. Engineers are answering the call to create solutions that decrease our dependence on fossil fuels, taking lessons from the best engineer out there, nature. Engineers are creating cleaner, safer, and reliable energy. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're in the Willow Window Studio, 6:34 now.
We cannot wait for Jacob Benson from Upper Cumberland Reporter to come in. He's going to talk about the sports, all the tournament actions, talk about some baseball, high school baseball NCAA tournament as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just have fun with Jacob. He's going to come in at 7. Our weather, it feels like 48 out there, but it's really 53. And it's going to be a high in the upper 70s, so close to 80 this afternoon.
Come on, I like that.
Then we got some showers moving in for the weekend and maybe some rough storms on Sunday, Saturday night.
I might mow this afternoon.
Yeah, I think this afternoon's the best time to do it.
Yeah, it may happen.
Because it's going to rain tomorrow and then Sunday.
Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Well, this evening, Tennessee, Kentucky play in the NCAA tournament. This is going to be their third time playing each other this year. And it's to go to the Elite Eight. Man, I thought Arkansas had it won last night.
Oh, I know.
They did not. UFL football starts on Fox this evening. So if you're a football junkie, I think they should have waited to start the UFL season until after
I agree with you.
March Madness as info. And figure skating is going to be on NBC, so a lot of sports on tonight.
I love figure skating.
My mom loves figure skating, so I've watched a lot of figure skating.
I feel like most women do love watching it. There's some guys that like watching it too, but I mean, us girls, we like the uniforms, the outfits, we like the skating, we like the flash.
Now, I really do like
music.
speed skating. I think speed skating is awesome.
Bad. I mean, it's cool.
I like when they sling each other around and stuff too.
That I miss Apollo Anton, who was our Olympian.
Yeah.
He was one of the best I've ever seen. He got me into that sport.
Yeah.
Not that I'm doing it. I meant watching it.
Right. Yeah. On streaming, season 1 of The Lady's Companion. That's on Netflix.
That doesn't even sound right.
The Lady's Companion.
It sounds something like when Stella got her groove back. But
When Stella got her groove back.
The Lady's
Companion. Mid-Century Modern, that's on Hulu, season 1 of that. A Fight for Glory, the 2024 World Series, that's Apple TV Plus. Number 1 on the call sheet, that's on Apple TV Plus. And Reformed, that's on Max. Whatever all that is. And that's all today.
You know what I discovered? I didn't get to watch it last night, but I have been waiting just to see the story. Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
The Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet. It's streaming on Hulu now.
Chalamet.
So, I always wait till it's streaming so I don't have to pay like $20 for something I'm already paying for, the subscription for it, for Hulu.
I understand, Sheila.
Yeah. I have my boundaries.
L.J. Smith, the writer of the Vampire Diary books that were adapted into a television series on the CW, has passed away, 66.
Oh, I wonder.
I don't know. They didn't say why, but
talented.
Yeah, that's young, 66.
Yeah, it is.
Oscar Isaac will executive produce and star in Stowaway, Juan Carlos Guzman, dubbed the greatest con man alive.
Interesting.
What was the story about the Guzman fella? I remember it being on the news, but I don't remember much of the story right now.
Well, he was a con man.
But, well, thanks, Sheila. I heard the greatest one alive.
I forgot. I've heard the name too. I'm familiar with the name, but I forgot the story. That's why we need to brush up.
Yeah.
What channel is that, or what?
It didn't say.
Okay.
I'm just have to Google
Look up Guzman.
Yeah. Stephen Yin has joined the cat. Y-E-U-N.
You said it right.
Yin.
He was on The Walking Dead.
Okay. He's joined the cast of Paramount Nickelodeon's untitled Avatar, the Airbender animated film. His role remains undisclosed. It's set to release January 30th of 2026.
He's got a lot of fans just from that one show. His character was really loved, and he's a good actor too.
I never got into The Walking Dead.
I did for the first few seasons, and then it kind of lost me.
Yeah.
After they killed off Rick,
Who's the guy with the barbed wire baseball bat?
that's Negan.
Yeah.
I did watch that season of Negan, and then after that, Glenn was who Stephen Yin played, or Stephen Yun or Yin. I think it's Yin.
I don't know.
But Glenn is who he played, and then they took him off the show too.
Okay.
He was killed off, and then everybody got mad about that. And then Tim and I just said,
I'm not a big zombie show guy anyway.
Well, we weren't big zombie people, but people kept saying, you got to watch the show. It's not just zombies, it's the survival techniques and the relationships. And
Yeah.
it really was.
Yeah.
It really fall in love with the people trying to survive.
You know, the best thing about zombies is that they're pretty slow, except for in that one Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, they were fast.
They were fast in that deal.
Like Z, something
Yeah. Generation Z or
like that. And that I was thinking, wow, this is the fastest zombies I've ever seen.
and they climbed that wall and that was weird.
For some reason, that wasn't as scary as the slow ones.
No, the slow ones aren't scary.
Yeah, they are. You didn't watch Walking Dead.
No, I didn't.
They come at you with a vengeance sometimes.
Haley Welch, known as the Hawktua girl,
Okay.
announced that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has concluded its investigation into her meme coin, the Hawk token.
I didn't even know she had that.
Without, she made like like $50 million worth of them got sold, and then they come to find out, you know, that they kind of lost their worth.
Right.
It's what they call in the crypto FTC world a SH bad word coin.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
it started out real hot and then
Right.
nothing.
She said, for the past few months, I've been cooperating with all authorities and attorneys, and finally that work is complete. Her attorney added the SEC closed the investigation without making any findings against or seeking any monetary sanctions from her. The investigation began after her Hawk token experienced a rapid rise and subsequent crash in value, leaving any investors at a loss. She's since distanced herself from the LLC behind the coin and stated she will no longer support or promote it. Now she's focusing on upcoming projects, including a documentary and her Talk to a podcast.
So she's still got her podcast going on?
Yeah.
Girl, more power to you.
I mean, this girl's walking away a multimillionaire from her one thing.
Her one silly thing on the streets of Nashville. Somebody came up and interviewed her, and then she was a overnight sensation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anyway, Megan Fox has welcomed her fourth child, a daughter. This is her first with Machine Gun Kelly.
Man, there's a little bit of some animosity between Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox's ex, Brian Austin Green.
Yeah?
I was seeing some of that. Machine Gun Kelly was saying, "Don't ever mention my name in your feed or anything like that." And I'm like, "What's going on there?"
Why are they being mean to each other?
I don't know. It looks like Brian Austin Green could care less, though.
You think?
Well, yeah, that's what he acted like. But I mean, he has three children with.
Brian Austin Green, 90210, right?
Yes. And he was also married to Megan Fox, and they have 3 kids together.
Mm.
But I mean, Machine Gun Kelly didn't break them up, I don't think.
I don't know how all that worked.
I don't know either, but I just ran across that, and I'm like, what's going on? What's the dish on this?
This is not good for King Charles. He was briefly hospitalized Thursday due to temporary side effects from his ongoing cancer treatment. They had to cancel some of the upcoming engagements. He was diagnosed with cancer in February of 2024, 76. He's undergone treatment for an enlarged prostate. Buckingham Palace reported that after a short observation period at the London clinic, the king returned to Clarence House. So, anyway, prayers for King Charles. We have a lot of people that we know that are going through different cancer treatments right now, and it's not easy for anybody, king or not.
True.
So,
that family's been through so much the last few years. And
yeah,
even with Kate Middleton having her cancer scare,
right,
she's doing better. And then I hope he gets well too.
Right,
hope he's okay.
When they got that, it's new. It just came on recently. That Meghan Markle cancer. It's real bad. It only affected one of them, but the rest of them are feeling the repercussions of it.
You're talking about it affected Harry?
Yeah, old Meghan Markle. She is.
She's the cancer of the family, and she's American.
Right. I know.
There was a lot of animosity come out after they got married.
Unless she's like, we've been waiting this whole time since the Revolutionary War to put in a secret woman to bring the whole royal family down, and she's it.
Well, if that's the case, she's doing an excellent job.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's doing great at it.
Yeah.
Coming up, we've got Real Good. That's on the way. A couple stories that are positive and uplifting. Also, the last round of Ask Jason today. Hope I do good, Sheila.
I know you will.
I don't want to let you down on a Friday.
You'll do good. Is it 7 that you've got correct now?
8.
8.
I've got 8.
I'm sorry. 8.
Right. I got 8, but I still can't break your record today.
Even if you get all 3, you would get 11, and my record is 12 for this year.
Right. So
it'd be all right.
Anyway,
You're doing real
it's
good.
whatever.
I don't think I've got 3 in a row.
It's whatever, Sheila. It's 6:47 here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live from the Willow Window Studio. Be right back.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2, 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation, and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614, or visit HayesDentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
Growing up in Tennessee, I knew there were many college options, but after exploring the UT system campuses, I found the perfect fit. I was able to experience each campus firsthand before making a decision that would shape my future. Thanks to scholarship opportunities in UT Promise, I'm on track to graduate debt-free, something I never thought possible. The UT system is a community invested in your success. Start your journey at findyourut.com. 5 campuses, one just for you.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Disease, sickness, and injury are burdens for anyone, but especially when you have no one to help you. Be a blessing to a neighbor who is alone in the hospital and facing a health emergency. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Discover the true essence of fine dining at Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar in Cookeville, where every meal is a masterpiece. Indulge in their exquisite menu featuring locally sourced ingredients and expertly crafted dishes that ignite your taste buds. And this Friday, be sure to get your Fire and Vine half-price Upper Cumberland Deal $25 gift card for just half price. Don't miss it. It's this Friday at 9 a.m.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you, live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:51 now.
And after the real good, we're going to do Ask Jason. Rounds up the week. You've got 8 right. These questions would be about relationships.
Oh,
so I think you'll do good on these.
I doubt it.
Oh, you've been studying relationships most of your adult life. He's a case study on this.
We'll see what happens. All right, Sheila, here we go with the real good couple stories that are positive and uplifting. There's a 27-year-old a llama named White Top.
I like llamas.
Has officially been recognized by Guinness World Record as the oldest living llama in captivity. White Top lives at Victory Junction in North Carolina, a camp for kids with chronic medical conditions.
Hey, that's what race car driver. Victory Junction. He opened it.
Richard Petty?
His son started. Kyle Petty started Victory Junction.
Yeah, and that's why they do that big bike ride across America. Yeah, that's right.
That's such a great place.
He's a llama that you love, says Billy Joe Davis.
What a good name.
The barn director at
Davis.
Victory Junction. He's just awesome, Billy Joe said. Described as a grandfatherly figure.
Oh.
White Top shows remarkable patience and kindness, allowing kids to run around all around him and goof off. He's an expert at taking selfies.
He sounds like a cool animal.
He's not afraid of anything. He's just good at his job, and he can always be trusted with campers of all abilities. He's just there for them. So,
and he
that's
probably
awesome
doesn't
for
do a
White
lot
Top.
of spitting like some llamas do.
He's probably over that.
You know what? I thought the spit would be like a lot of saliva. It's not. It's some of their feed that they put on the side, and it's not a big deal. I didn't get spit on, but Tim did, and I laugh all the time because we were like talking real sweet to the llama, and then it looked at Tim, and I go, "Oh, I think it's gonna spit on you." It was like all the feed just all over him, and he goes, "Why did that llama do that?" And I go, "You got too close."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Well, he likes you," and I go, "I'm an animal whisperer."
My mom had llamas for a while, and she had this one kind called, it was a Wanaka llama.
Which is fun to say.
Wanaka llama. Bum, ba-da, bum.
Wanaka llama.
And it was cool. It was a cool llama.
And they're so soft.
Way back in 1857, William C. Davidson moved away from Scotland to start a new life in America. 3 of his sons joined 20-year-old William Harley to create the Harley-Davidson Motorcycle Company.
Hey, I've heard of that.
Yeah. When Harley-Davidson riders learned that Davidson's childhood home in Scotland was going to be demolished, the bikers stepped in to save it.
Of course.
Thanks to their hard work, imagination, fundraising, and generosity, the Davidson cottage was restored into a mid-19th century dwelling. It took about 3 years, but that effort was worth it, as an important piece of Harley-Davidson history was preserved. So way to go, Harley riders. And Victory Junction and Billy Joe Davis and White Top the Llama, y'all are real good. All right, give them to me, Sheila.
This topic is relationships. Jason's got 8 right on the week. Here's the first question. Only 3% of singles say this is a good first date. What is it? Only 3%.
Didn't we just talk about this?
We might have. It's like sometimes you ask questions and I'm thinking, didn't we have that question?
I think we had like one of those, stories or so.
Yeah.
Someone they did a poll about it or something. It's going to the movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I knew we had talked about it, but I didn't know what that was. Yeah, only 3%. And like back in the day, going out to eat and then going to the movies was the thing to do.
Well, let's face it, back in your day, moving pictures was new.
You had the same day. You were born in the same year.
Yeah, I was not.
Almost same year.
No,
3 years apart. Same decade. Anyway, question number 2, Jason. Now he's got 9 right. 56% of brides won't book a wedding venue unless it has this. What is it?
So these are probably younger ladies. So what would young ladies want?
What would young ladies want?
I have no idea.
You can't even throw out a guess? Come on, Jason.
I mean, as part of the part of the venue.
56% of brides won't book a wedding venue unless
unless it has this.
What is it?
A room for them to like have all their girlfriends in, a bride's getting ready.
Bride suite or
bridal
something?
suite, yeah.
It's not the right answer, but that's a good one.
I mean, I figured.
And I would never have gotten this, wouldn't even thought of it. Good Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
I would have been like you thinking of, it has to include this in the venue. I'm thinking Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
But don't most places have good Wi-Fi now?
I mean, yeah, and then, 5G and all that for your phone. I mean, most, and you can get on the internet.
Right.
I get you're going to put some selfies on there later, but is that what it's all about?
But even
aren't you married the love of your life?
On your phone doesn't need Wi-Fi.
I get guys wanting Wi-Fi, especially if they're getting married during football season.
Yeah, you get that.
But I guess for the ladies, it's for the.
Well, we've got to be on social.
Right.
Or it didn't happen.
That's right.
Last question.
I should have thought that.
I thought you would get it more than I would. I would have not guessed good.
I should have thought that. I'm mad at myself for not now.
Okay, the last question, 2 out of 5 happily married women can't remember this about their relationship.
Probably the same thing guys can't. Like, first time they saw each other.
That's it, I'll give it to you. When they first met or their first date.
Yeah.
Now, I remember that.
I remember.
I don't know the exact date,
I
but I
remember
remember
seeing
it.
Donna for the first time.
Because, it's...
Kindergarten. Miss Powell's class. Catchaw Elementary.
Did you fall in love in kindergarten?
I don't know if I fell in love in kindergarten. I remember her being there.
You knew she was special.
And I remember her in high school. Lord, fine. Didn't have time for Jason in high school.
She was like,
Had to wait 20 years after that.
She thought you needed to mature a little bit.
She was right.
She was definitely right.
So did I get 2 today?
You got 2 today.
That puts me at 10. I feel good about that. That's double digits.
That's bad at all.
I was hoping for double digits.
That's good. Good job.
We'll talk some sports here in just a minute with Jacob Vincent from the Upper Cumberland Reporter. All on the way. Coming up on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB, Cookeville.
A disaster in Burma and Thailand. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, struck by a powerful earthquake.
Suddenly, I started feeling the earth shaking.
There was a lot of screaming and panicking, which obviously made it a lot worse.
They're in Bangkok, where the Thai defense minister just said there are 3 deaths in a building under construction that collapsed. Others were rescued, but 90 people remain missing in the rubble. The quake was a 7.7 magnitude, centered in Burma, where the Red Cross says there are initial reports of significant damage. There's a flooding nightmare in southeast Texas after they got nearly a foot of rain near the Mexico border. The water's so deep on some roads, cars are submerged. People needed to be rescued. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is in the Philippines, an American ally in a region dominated by China.
We are doubling down on that partnership, and our ironclad alliance has never been stronger.
Hegseth did not talk about the Signal group chat controversy he's in the middle of, and his messages detailing military action in Yemen that a journalist saw and reported on after being mistakenly invited into that chat. A federal judge has ordered those messages not be deleted amid investigations. Meanwhile, more suspected U.S. airstrikes today have hit those Houthi militants in Yemen. President Trump needs to choose a new ambassador to the United Nations after he withdrew Elise Stefanik's nomination, wanting the New York Congresswoman to remain in the House to help preserve the slim Republican majority. And Stefanik tells Fox,
"Look, I've been in a House. It's tough to count these votes every day, and we are going to continue to defy the political prognosticators and deliver victory on behalf of President Trump and, importantly, the voters across this country."
Britain's King Charles has just been seen in public the day after a little bit of a health scare and a brief hospitalization.
He was there under supervision before he was later released. Buckingham Palace released a little bit of information about what we know at this point. So he was taken to the hospital after experiencing some side effects that he had experienced after his scheduled and ongoing medical treatment for cancer.
Alex Hogan in London. America's listening to Fox News.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Only 2 things in life are certain, death and taxes. How about one more? Switch from Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile to cut your bill in half with Pure Talk. For just $25 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, 5 gigs of data on America's most dependable 5G network. Making the switch, it's simple, fast, and easy. You dial pound 250, you say the keyword Pure Talk, and make the switch. You do it now, you save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, wireless, by Americans, for Americans.
Vice President Vance is going to Greenland today, along with his wife, Second Lady Usha, and the National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz.
Vice President J.D. Vance's visit to Greenland follows President Trump's repeated suggestions that the U.S. should, in some form, control the country, which is a territory of Denmark, a U.S. ally. Vance is set to visit a Space Force base in the northwest coast of Greenland, which removes the risk of violating potential diplomatic taboos by sending a delegation to another country without an official invitation. Ahead of the announcement that the vice president would be joining his wife, Greenland's government posted on social media that it had not, quote, extended any invitations for any visits, neither private nor official, with the Danish prime minister calling the visit unacceptable pressure. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
We'll get another inflation update next hour, a report on what are called personal consumption expenditures, which the Federal Reserve monitors closest, gauging consumer prices and deciding interest rate policy. Ahead of that on Wall Street, stock futures down modestly the day after selling. It's down to 12 teams now in the men's college basketball tournament.
For the first time in this year's NCAA tournament, a game went into overtime. 3-seed Texas Tech erased a 16-point second-half deficit, stunning 10-seed Arkansas 85-83 in a thriller. The Red Raiders advanced to face 1-seed Florida on Saturday after the Gators took care of business against 4-seed Maryland, beating the Terrapins 87-71. 1-seed Duke is moving on, holding off 4-seed Arizona 100-93, and the Blue Devils will face 2-seed Alabama for a spot in the Final Four. The Crimson Tide turned it on in the second half against 6-seed BYU, beating the Cougars 113-88, making an NCAA tournament record 25 threes. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
In Major League Baseball, Tampa Bay plays Colorado today, the last two teams to start the season. It was opening day for 26 others, while the Los Angeles Dodgers kept rolling, beating Detroit to improve to 3-0. The World Series champs beat the Chicago Cubs twice in Japan last week to start the season. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The U.S. Marine Corps has charged a Cookeville man with premeditated murder in the death of his spouse. The Herald-Citizen reports that charges against Staff Sergeant Alonzo Alcantara came nearly 7 months after the alleged incident took place on Marine Corps Base, Hawaii. Alcantara will face a court-martial. Cookeville police have charged a man with stalking after he allegedly harassed a Golden Corral employee for over 2 months. 48-year-old Johnny Harry Farron arrested Friday after he allegedly damaged the victim's vehicle. Farron has posted bond and will appear in General Sessions Court next month. People who travel Genesis Road in Cumberland County may have to rely on an alternate route later this year. TDOT says repairs to the road between Catoosa Canyon Road and Obed Pines Road will begin late summer or early fall. The agency says the project will require a complete closure in the area with detours put in place for both north and southbound traffic. That's the news for WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06.
Upper Cumberland reporter is here again. It's Jacob. We've missed you the last couple of weeks. You've been traveling.
We're back finally. Yeah, it's been a busy last couple of weeks.
Back from the glass house.
That's right. That's right. I purposely said it a few more times just for you.
I heard it.
But yeah, we are indeed back from the glass house.
Well, you're not there every day. I mean, it's something special to go to the glass house.
I laughed every time I heard you say it because in my head anyway, you're saying it for my benefit.
Absolutely.
Like, inside jokes are always great.
That's a little joke. Me and Jacob's got a joke going right now. And no, I don't know.
He probably knows.
He's not awake for this, so he has
no idea.
He's no, so you don't even know about any of it. So you even know that you were low key making fun of him.
No, not a chance. No.
Hey, don't blame him. You were the one doing it.
Yeah, but he was the one doing it, like actually on the air.
Yeah, but you egged it on.
I did.
Yes.
And I liked it. And you got to stay the whole time there. I mean,
we did both weeks.
Upperman boys, how exciting is that for them?
Yeah, it was awesome. And I mean, we'd been talking about all season how good Ty Cobb had been, and I mean, he really, really played well in that week, and he got a couple of offers from Tennessee Tech and then Belmont throughout the week.
Good.
He played so well, so he was the tournament MVP, and a big reason he scored 94 points. He had a double-double in the championship game, and I mean, he just
points
over 3 games.
You would think he would be a more selfish player, but even in the state championship game, he was still dishing it off to other people, and
he's really just a great person, and he deserves all the accolades.
It looks that way. I mean,
great team player.
Yeah, great. Just outside looking in, and I don't think you find that much. It seems like some of the other teams that had that one guy just depended on that one guy.
Yeah.
But Upperman had, I mean, yes, obviously Ty Cobb is a fantastic basketball player. But they got some other great players on that team too that would have been like they'd have been stars on a lot of other teams in the Upper Cumberland.
Yeah, and I think he realized that I mean, even if without Ty, that team's still pretty good,
Yeah.
and I think he realized that pretty early. And again, he's just a sophomore, going to be a junior next season, so I think he's very mature in terms of basketball
He
years.
is, and as far like you said, sharing the court with
Yeah,
with everyone.
yeah.
Like really like passing the ball. You would think he'd want to keep making like being the superstar,
Mm-hmm.
but
Crazy that he's got two more years left.
Yeah.
At Upperman.
Yeah, he's already led them to a Final Four, won a gold ball, and I mean they return a lot next year as well. They're
Yeah.
going to lose Evan Huddleston, who was an all-tournament team player this year, and a couple in Branson Turnbow as well, who was the sixth guy off the bench, but really kind of an extra starter for him. But I mean, they still return Bronston Chaffin and Colton Johnson, who were their two post players inside, who played great in that championship game. And Jack Torrance is another starter coming back. So they've got 4 of their 5 starters returning, and then they've got a couple of guys coming off the bench that gave some good minutes this year.
Bronston looks like he is still growing.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference at the end of basketball season from the end of football season for him.
And I think one of the bigger things that I brought up, and I don't know if we talked about it on the broadcast too much, but for Bronston, I mean, I think it's really impressive to go from being the starting quarterback in a really, really good quarterback on a really good football team, where you're the guy, you're the man,
right?
And then you kind of have to come to basketball, and you're that second guy, you're the Robin to the Batman, and he does it really, really well. He still brings the energy, and he plays hard, and so I thought that was really impressive. And again, he's just a junior as well, so he gets another year next year, and so that, I mean, they were the number 1 team coming into this season after making the Final Four last year, and they're definitely going to be the number 1 team going into next season.
Not?
Yeah,
how could they not?
Yeah,
and you know, a lot of other teams around the Upper Cumberland did well in the tournament. Jackson County almost there, and that would have been great to see the Blue Devils make it a little bit further, but they did great.
Still a program best, program history making year for them to make it to the Final Four, something that they had never done before. They had never won a game in the state
I didn't realize
tournament
that.
before. Yeah, so winning the quarterfinal game was really big for them. And then that 2A bracket, especially once you got to the Final Four, you had Alcoa, who were 2-time defending state champs. You had Loretto, who was undefeated, and those two eventually played in the championship, and it went to overtime, and Loretto won to complete the undefeated season. So, I mean, that 2A bracket was just absolutely loaded, no matter how you looked at it. And Alcoa was just, they were really, really fast, really athletic, which, I mean, makes sense. That school in general is really good at pretty much everything they do.
Yeah.
So it's still just a tremendous season. And they've got, they dropped down to the 1A classification next year. So you would think it might get a little bit easier for them. And depending on what happens with Chattanooga Prep, they might not be a school next season either. I don't know if you guys have seen anything.
I have
with
not.
That, but a lot of their teachers are not licensed, and they just became a school 3 or 4 years ago. So they might not be playing basketball next year, and they've won 2 state titles in the 1A classification.
So they're kind of what was that school in Orlando that was fake and all and the football team was really good.
What
was that?
Oh
I know
man,
what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
I can't remember what it is either.
So the whole school was fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a whole fake.
And they just got all the really good football players, and then they just won everything.
Yeah.
But there's no real school. It's kind of like North Carolina for basketball.
Hey, at least they showed who they really were in that first round game. Unfortunately.
So and then they found out about. So you think is this kind of the same thing, or
well, no, I think the
least
school's
attempt?
real. It's just that
School's real, Jason.
they're there. But this
They got a
team
building and
this team should not be playing in the 1A classification. They've got an enrollment that's big enough for 2A, but then they can also recruit players, which Division II can recruit players. So they should be in that private school division,
right,
and then probably be up a little bit too. So all that to say, Jackson County has a good chance to make it back to the state tournament next year in the 1A classification.
Now, and tell me if I'm wrong about this. I forgot who we were talking to about, but in Tennessee, as far as NIL, you can go ahead and you can get you can do that with a high school player, right?
Yeah, depending on who you are, you can. Yeah, I mean it's pretty rare at the high school level, unless you're a 5-star recruit going somewhere.
I know they're doing that, in like California that's illegal. But I think after all the NCAA mess with Tennessee and the Attorney General, we basically, screw off for doing what we wanted.
Yeah.
And that meant that we could pay high school players too.
Yeah, and I think he can. Okay. And I mean, at this point, I think I honestly don't know if anybody knows kind of the real rules to it all now.
No,
there's just it's so murky now. But I have seen there are high school athletes. I mean, even Arch Manning, before he went to Texas, he was getting paid his senior year, I believe. So I think it's pretty rare because it just depends on how big of a recruit you are. If you're expected to go to a big time football or basketball program, then you probably could. And I don't know. If
I don't know, because with high school, you being able to go wherever you want to go, transfer wherever you want to transfer to.
Yeah.
If that would become a thing, I'm just throwing this out there. Let's say Cookeville comes to Ty Cobb and goes, "Hey man, I'll give you. We got $2,000 a month for you."
Yeah, that specific case probably doesn't happen. There's a lot of family history and backstory.
Well, I know that.
No, I understand the point.
A player like
Yeah,
Cobb.
I mean, I guess it could happen because especially in Putnam County, it's an open enrollment county.
Right.
So, and then they're instilling that one-time transfer rule
Right.
for non-athletic reasons.
Sure.
In quotations, but it's definitely going to get interesting.
It seems like there could be some things that could happen that I don't know. I mean, I just throwing it out there. I don't know what the rules are. Apparently, there are no rules.
Well, I think it's getting to the point where there aren't any.
And I'm sure Baxter is going, hush up, Jason. Jason, we don't want to lose time.
I really like a world with no rules, so this should be really fun to see what happens. We'll talk to Jacob a little bit more. We've got high school baseball underway now. We'll talk to him about that. The NCAA tournament is going on. Got Tennessee and Kentucky this evening. So we'll go through a little bit of the tournament stuff. And I was rooting for Arkansas last night.
They tried.
They tried, and then
The only reason I was, and I'm in a player draft, and I had a Texas Tech guy, so
okay.
I was glad they came back.
It's 7:16 now. Good morning, Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients said something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville, it's the Upper Cumberland Home Builders Association 2025 Home and Garden Show, March 29th and 30th at DeMonico Winery and Vineyards. With local vendors, shopping, exhibits, giveaways, and more. Tickets are just $5. Don't miss the Upper Cumberland Home and Garden Show.
Every day in Tennessee brings something new. Some moments we plan for, like getting the key to your new home. Others catch us by surprise, like a rainy day fender bender. That's why Farm Bureau Insurance is there to make sure the important things, like auto, home, life, and small business, are well protected. So, no matter what life brings, peace of mind will always be part of the plan. Visit FBITN.com to find the right coverage for your auto, home, life, or business. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews has supported and will continue to support the people of Israel with life-saving security essentials. Your gift today will help save lives by providing bomb shelters, armored security vehicles and ambulances, firefighting equipment, flak jackets and bulletproof vests, and so much more. Give a gift to bless Israel and her people by visiting supportifcj.org. That's one word, supportifcj.org.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/today. Ethos.com/today.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Saving energy saves you money. Whether you switch to Energy Star light bulbs, install Energy Star appliances, or add extra insulation. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. It's Friday, and it's 7:20. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning. We've got Jacob Vinson. Good morning, Jacob, from Upper Cumberland Reporter. And high school baseball is underway. And
I love going and watching high school baseball.
It's so good. And it's not as long as your other baseball games. And
Yeah.
it's a quick game, and it's fun. It's like... It still feels like the all-American sport when you're watching high school baseball.
Yeah.
You know, I like it even better than the pros now. You know what I mean?
College and high school
Yes.
is way better than
Way
Major League
better.
right
It's
now.
like
Hey,
it
opening
used to
day
be.
was yesterday.
It was. I didn't watch a single bit of it.
I did. Unfortunately, the Reds decided to blow it late, but it's fine.
Yeah. And if you haven't been to Tech to see a game, it's a blast over there.
is,
They're a good team too.
They've done they are a good team, and they did a great job at that stadium. And it's fun. It's a good time. And if you haven't been to Tennessee to watch a game yet, holy smokes!
Updating that stadium as well.
Yeah, and
they're a pretty good team.
And something else I want to see this year is that minor league bananas.
Savannah Bananas.
Savannah Bananas.
It's fun to say.
Well,
Come on.
so
Savannah Bananas.
my grandkids, and of course, my daughter and her husband, they all live down there. He's stationed at Fort Stewart, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's only 45 minutes from Savannah.
Yeah.
I bet I could go to a Savannah Banana game and maybe take the grandkids.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be a blast?
That would be fun.
So that's happening.
Yeah.
That's happening
I
sometime.
wonder how often they actually play in Savannah.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I know they go all over the country
Well,
now.
sure, but I thought they still had home games, don't they?
Well, it's kind of like a touring thing.
Oh, they're like the Harlem Globetrotters?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I think it's exactly like that.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't realize that either.
Oh, I hadn't researched it good enough. I thought
Because they've played at Nashville before.
I knew that, but I just thought they were playing the sounds.
No. It's a completely different game.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. But I can dig out my banana shirt for that.
Yeah, you can.
You know.
Well, you're not going with me, Sheila.
I'm saying Tim and I could go.
Yeah, separately.
Not with you.
Separately, you could
Not
go.
everything I do is with you.
I know, thank goodness. As far as high school baseball goes, I mean, is this another one of the, I don't mean to sound bad about this. Is this another one of those Upperman sports?
It is. They're still really good. No, and they've kind of had a rough start to the season because they had Justin Fallon, who's going to Tech next year. He was injured to start the year. He's now back and playing full time. The last game they played, he was actually in there the whole game, which was big. And then they obviously had some basketball guys that weren't available until this week. So this past week was really their first week that they've had their full complement of players, and they've got a really fun one tonight, actually, at Smith County, or this evening, I should say. It's at 4:00 at Smith County that we're looking forward to. And Smith County's had a great start to the season. They've only lost one game. But, yeah, I mean, Upperman's really good. Smith County's really good. Cookeville's had a great start to the season as well. We expect Gordonsville to be pretty solid. They made the 1A state tournament last year. So those four are pretty solid. and then we'll kind of see if there are some other teams from around the area that'll kind of challenge those teams in their respective classifications, because those 4 teams are all in different classifications in 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. And so it'll be interesting to kind of see how those 4 do this year, if they can all make it to the state tournament, or if any of them make it to the state
Where
tournament.
is the state tournament?
So it's called the Spring Fling, and they play it all across Rutherford County.
Okay.
And so all spring sports all at the same time are playing.
Softball and
all, which makes it nice for us, because then we just kind of, go to Rutherford County and kind of hang out there for a week, and then we're done with sports until the fall. So last year we had Gordonsville softball in it, Upperman softball in it.
Gordonsville softball. There was that girl,
Haley Plumley.
Yeah, she's gone to college now, right?
She's a senior this year.
Still
She's still there.
Oh my!
So they're going for the three-peat this year, and have a very good chance to do it.
Okay.
And anytime she's in the circle, they've got a great shot to win.
Do you guys do any broadcasts of softball as well?
We're going to start that up here soon. This is this coming week. Actually, we have plans to kind of go out there and we're probably going to be doing a lot of Gordonsville softball because of that reason. They're going to win a lot of games, and we expect them to make another deep run in the state tournament and probably another state championship. So, we'll be doing some game of the week stuff for softball, and then obviously we do all of the Upperman baseball games as well.
And you can on Monday nights, it's Monday Night Baseball on Hub Plus with Upper Cumberland Reporter, and those will mainly be Upperman games, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So you can download the Hub Plus app there on your Roku and watch it on your big screen. Makes it just a little bit easier if you don't have a YouTube or something like that. Just a hair easier than putting it on your screen.
Yeah.
But at least it's easier for me. I like it.
Technologically easier.
It's so much.
Some people,
yeah. And then if you're still on cable, just channel 192.
Yep.
And be able to get on there and watch it that way.
Which we actually have to find a game on this coming Monday. Of course, we made that plan, and now they don't have a district game Monday, so we'll have to find one coming up this
Sometimes you
this
make
Monday.
plans, and sometimes they don't work out the way. But that's
so
okay.
it won't be Upperman this Monday because they don't
It might
play.
be somebody. It'll be somebody else.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk a little NCAA tournament while we have time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the big game is Tennessee, Kentucky. Third time they're playing this season. It's hard for a team to beat anybody 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
But not unheard of.
Nope.
So it's a tough game. I think this will be the toughest game the Vols play in the if they make it past Kentucky. I think they can go maybe all the way to the championship game.
Yeah, I think they can beat either Houston or Purdue coming up in what would be the Elite Eight on Sunday, and I know my mom's watching, so she would love to
Now
hear
that Purdue got rid of that, that monster guy left.
They still got another monster in there, and Trey Kaufman-Wren, who's pretty solid,
Yeah,
but obviously
that
a little bit different.
That guy last year was unfair.
Yeah, Zach Edey. He was.
They didn't even know when to call a foul on him, which was every single time down the court. But whatever.
But
whatever.
Tennessee's got to worry about Kentucky first, because that's obviously not a great matchup for them.
Not.
And in the regular season, it didn't go too well for them. And the crowd is obviously going to be a big factor. It's in Indianapolis, which is not far for anybody but Houston, which I thought was kind of funny. They're the number 1 seed, and they got to travel the furthest, and Purdue has to go 45 minutes down the road.
Again, making it unfair for Purdue.
And even, we were kind of talking about it last night with my mom, and Purdue goes about an hour, Kentucky probably 2 hours, Tennessee about 3 hours, and then Houston obviously is all the way down in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be a really good crowd for those 3 teams, especially Kentucky. They always travel well no matter where they're going. And so I think that'll be a big factor. It's at Lucas Oil too, in the football stadium. They kind of cut off half the stadium, which
that gives Tennessee the advantage.
It's really, I think it's really weird that they're playing there instead of Gainbridge or whatever it's called now in where the Pacers play. And so that might play a factor into it, because we talk about open air gyms. Well, that's a football stadium. So, but I think the size of Kentucky and the way they shoot the basketball and how quickly they get into their offense obviously will play a big factor. Zakai Ziegler is, he's really good.
Really good.
And if Chaz Lanier can shoot it, which the way he has been shooting it here in these last couple of games, they should have a good shot to win it.
If he gets hot, then shut the barn doors. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. If he's hot, and then all Zakai has to do is pick up a few pieces here and there.
Yep.
Done.
Yep. Get it to him, let him go.
But if those two aren't clicking, it's going to be a beat down. Kentucky will beat us down.
Yeah, Kentucky's a really good team. Obviously, the record is the record, but they're still a 3 seed, and they're still a really good team.
Yeah,
so.
and there's a really good shot of. There's the Southeastern Conference has got a lot of teams. What was it, 7 in the Sweet 16?
I think that sounds right. Yeah, and obviously just lost Arkansas last night, which they weren't technically expected to be there, I guess.
And then either Tennessee or Kentucky be gone tonight. But that's
Florida's already moved on. Yeah. Auburn has a chance to move on.
Alabama destroyed whoever they played.
That was ridiculous.
That wasn't even fair.
25 threes, 23 threes, whatever it was.
Most 3-pointers scored in an
NCAA tournament game.
Tournament.
Yeah.
They couldn't miss.
Literally couldn't.
Talk about getting hot.
I think they shot 50 threes and hit half of them.
Yeah. But some of them didn't even look like they should have gone in.
No.
And did.
Yeah.
Remember that movie where Angels in the Outfield?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that the Rowan Gardner kid? No, he's the one who fell and busted. Anyway, the angel would take the ball and put it in the glove. That's what it was like for Alabama basketball.
Guided into the hoop.
Yeah, like they could just throw the ball up, and the little guardian angel would go and put it in the bucket for them. That's what it felt like.
They had 100 points with like 6 minutes to go in the game. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, just crazy. So predictions for the Tennessee Kentucky game.
I think Tennessee gets it done tonight.
I hope so.
I think
man.
Third time around. Rick Barnes has had a week to prepare for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they get it done, and again, the crowd I think is going to be a big factor. So they're going to have to play with that, which it's probably not going to be as loud just because it's in the football stadium, which might help, I guess, because I think there's going to be a lot of Kentucky fans there.
Yeah.
But they're still going to be a big factor, and obviously Tennessee travels well too. So
there'll be a lot of blue and orange.
Yeah,
in there.
Noah's going to be there tonight, so he'll be making a lot of noise.
It'll be loud because
Noah's like having 4 fans in one.
He really is.
So that's good. I'm glad we've sent him as a representative.
Right. Yeah. Which I'm sure there's going to be a lot more there.
Oh yeah,
well,
absolutely.
But, no, it should be fun. Should be a fun one.
Well, Jacob, thanks so much for being here today. Really do appreciate it. I know you were a little under the weather earlier, but you bounced back well.
We're ready to go now.
And then is there baseball on tonight?
Yeah, we got baseball tonight at 4 at Smith County. Upperman's playing there, and then we'll have Upperman and Friendship Christian School tomorrow at noon as well.
Okay. All right. And be sure to follow Upper Cumberland Reporter on Facebook, X. Are y'all on the Instagrams too?
Yep. Sure are.
That's just
You need to take a cue from that.
That's just pictures of Noah's food.
It is not. Well, that's funny.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The U.S. Marine Corps has charged a Cookeville man with premeditated murder in the death of his spouse. The Herald-Citizen reports that charges against Staff Sergeant Alonzo Alcantara came nearly 7 months after the alleged incident took place on Marine Corps Base Hawaii. Alcantara will face a court-martial. People who travel Genesis Road in Cumberland County may have to rely on an alternate route later this year. TDOT says repairs to the road between Catoosa Canyon Road and Obed Pines Road will begin late summer or early fall. The agency says the project will require a complete closure in the area with detours put in place in both north and southbound traffic lanes. The work expected to take 180 days to complete. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
TRN News. A homeless man faces charges after several of his children were found living in a U-Haul in Hamilton County. East Ridge police responded to the scene after someone reported children being loaded into the back of a U-Haul. 2 girls were found in the front cab, 5 more found in the back storage compartment. Authorities say the truck smelled of urine and the girls had lice. Their father, Brandon Blount of Nevada, was arrested. A tow truck driver hospitalized after being struck by a car he was trying to repossess. It's reported the victim was hooking up a 2011 Ford Focus Wednesday when a man jumped in, trying to drive off, running over the victim's head and arm. The man continued to move the car until he could drive away. The victim recorded the incident and posted it to Facebook, with the video already hitting 1 million views. Police are searching for the suspect. If you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
I can solve difficult problems for a Fortune 500 company.
I can run a successful business.
I can manage your home improvements.
I can publicize your message.
I can motivate your audience.
I can put my military experience to work for your company.
I can teach your children.
I can boost your bottom line.
I can add value to your workplace.
I could be a loyal and productive employee.
But I can't put my skills to work for your organization
if I'm not given the opportunity.
If you don't recognize my talents and ability.
If you don't hire me.
If you don't have an open mind and a workplace that's open to everyone.
If you don't realize that America works best when everybody works.
What can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
You can remember that it worked.
It's what people can do.
It's what people can do that matters.
Nearly 50 million Americans have disabilities. Capitalize on their talents with employment practices that benefit everyone. Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
The owner of an unlicensed daycare in Nashville faces charges after a baby dies in her care. Authorities say the 6-month-old passed away after Lourdes Hernandez gave her a deadly dose of Benadryl. She was caring for 10 kids under the age of 3 at the time. Hernandez faces charges including murder and aggravated child neglect. Clarksville police searching for a man last seen March 10th. Marshall Greenlaw was last seen at his home on Peachers Mill Road in Clarksville. Greenlaw is a 53-year-old black male at 5'10" and 170 pounds with a bald head and a beard. Anyone with information on Greenlaw is asked to call Clarksville police. A father and son from Illinois dead after a drunk driving crash in Rutherford County, happening Thursday morning on I-24 when William Parrott and his 45-year-old son Bradley slowed in a construction zone when they were rear-ended by a speeding pickup truck, sparking a chain reaction pileup. The driver of the truck, Daniel Caravaca Bonilla, was arrested on charges of vehicular homicide and aggravated DUI. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. Another sunny and mild day is shaping up for us. Temperatures will quickly warm into the 60s by lunchtime, with highs this afternoon topping out around 70, south wind around 5 miles per hour. Tonight will be partly cloudy with lows in lower 50s. Friday will be even warmer with partly sunny skies and highs in the mid to upper 70s.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila. On 107.7 and 1400, The
Good
Hub.
morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila, today is National Hot Tub Day.
I wish I had one of those at my house because it helps loosen your muscles up.
Ron and I have talked about it several times and just never have pulled the trigger on it.
Same with us because it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
But then the upkeep of it, we think of that too.
I wonder what she would do if I just went and got one. doing.
She'd probably be thrilled.
She'd probably be mad
At first, like, why didn't you talk to me about this?
right.
But then she gets in it, and then she's so relaxed.
Right.
She forgets that she was ever mad.
Right.
Yeah.
She'd probably be upset.
Not for long.
Today is also.
I'm an enabler, aren't I? Not for long. Go get it. Go ahead.
You know, I might, but I've got Josie's birthday coming up, and
You went wild on the
hey,
presents?
Can I tell you, those American Girl dolls?
They're expensive.
They're expensive,
And you've got to get more than one outfit.
especially if you get the outfit.
Yeah.
Which I did.
Oh, did you get matching outfits? Because you can do that with American.
Yeah.
So Josie, your grandbaby, can dress like her doll.
Right.
Gonna be it's worth it.
Right now, all her baby dolls are naked, though.
Yeah, all those expensive outfits you paid for, she's just gonna take them right off.
Right. Well, that was Maddie. When Maddie was little, she just had just a bunch of naked
baby dolls.
Yeah, just everywhere. Today is Respect Your Cat Day.
They demand it.
I mean, what do you mean, respect your cat?
They demand it, don't you know? Oh, you're like, sometimes I'm folding clothes and I'm putting them on the bed, like getting them, and they're like, "Oh, thank you." And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need cat hair on my freshly laundered clothes, but they're like, respect my authority.
Yeah. Well, we always talk smack to Kit Kat.
And does she look at you like you're an idiot?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, respect her.
Yeah, we'll ask Kit Kat a question, you know. Kit Kat, what should we do about blah, blah, blah? They were like, you don't know, Kit Kat. You don't know anything because you're just a cat.
You don't even have thumbs. You can't do anything.
Your brain's the size of a walnut. What could you possibly know?
And she knows every word you're saying.
Yeah. It's also something on a stick day.
Like a corn dog.
Like a corn dog. You know, I hadn't had a good corn dog in a long time.
Those
and
are
I
good
love
right?
corn dogs.
Yeah.
But you can just feel your arteries clogging eating that.
Do you like mustard on it?
Mustard and ketchup.
Oh, you put ketchup on it too.
Yeah, so I put a big glob of ketchup and a big glob of mustard side by side. Then I take the corn dog and I put it in between the two.
Yum.
So there's mustard and ketchup on every
bite.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I usually just do mustard, but I'm gonna try that.
I had well, not necessarily a buddy, but a buddy of a buddy.
Yeah.
So like he would come around sometimes, and if you had corn dogs or like you remember when Crystal had those little mini corn dogs?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those were good.
If you got some, he would just eat the breading and leave the wieners.
So why didn't he just make cornbread?
I don't know.
That's so he had the little bit of a taste of a hot dog on it.
And he would still dip it in.
Did he not like?
He still dip it in
hot dog
ketchup,
itself?
and we'd ask him. He goes, "I don't know."
So you'd have the whole stick just of the weenies right there. He'd eat everything else around it.
Yeah, and then he'd be
That
left.
sounds crazy.
Then be left with the wiener on a stick.
Is he a serial killer?
Not that I know of. I hadn't heard from him in a while, so he absolutely could be. But that was weird. It's Weed Appreciation Day, not that kind of weed.
Oh, okay.
By the way, that's on 420 that they do that.
When you try to weed a garden, I'm really not fond of
I
the
don't
weeds.
appreciate it. National Weed Appreciation Day reminds us that some weeds are beneficial to us and our ecosystem, which that is true, like dandelions.
Yeah.
You know,
They are more than you realize.
Donna, we were out looking yesterday, and that's, you know, so it's kind of like, okay, we should probably, get the yard mowed. And she's like, we need something to kill these dandelions. I was like, well, I like the dandelions.
See, her and Tim are so much alike.
Yeah.
But they're the savers of the family.
Right.
Yeah. And you and I, free spirits, the dandelions are great.
I
and I like blowing the dandelions when they would
Well, I
become
told her, I was
fuzzy.
like,
and he's like, you're spreading the seeds. Stop.
maybe I could pick these dandelions and make dandelion wine because I've been wanting to do that. And she said, well, okay, you do that then. And then I got to thinking, That's a lot of work.
You have to have a lot of dandelions for that.
You have to have a lot of dandelions for that. I just don't think.
And she's like, you do that because then the dandelions will be
She
gone.
knows I won't. She knows I'll be like, yeah, you're right.
That's why she goes, okay, go ahead and do that.
I'll be like, yeah, you're right. Let's poison these things. Let's kill them.
When I was a kid, that's what I would pick and give to my mama.
Yeah.
She acted like it was the greatest thing.
I think she's just want to do it just right around the house. There's still plenty of dandelions to be.
Yeah.
Today may be the day to mow. And I think that's it as far as, it's National Black Forest Cake Day, which I like that.
Oh, they're good.
That's just a rich chocolate cake, right?
I mean, it's chocolate. Why wouldn't we like it?
All right, so good morning, Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. It's 7:45 now. Check out willowwindow.pro with spring and summer getting here. Check out the new summer space that they're doing, whether it's the retractable awnings or you want to build like a sunroom type of thing where your patio is now, or your deck or something like that. If it's outside and you want it to be awesome, or if you got a pool and you want to do stuff around the pool.
Even a cabana around your pool.
Get you a cabana. Invite me and Sheila over.
Right.
And we'll all have a big time with Willow Window Summer Space. Get more information about that at willowwindow.pro. Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back.
Looking for incredible deals and unique finds? Discover the Habitat Restore off South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. From furniture and home decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need to spruce up your space, all at unbeatable prices. Plus, every purchase supports Habitat for Humanity, helping families build their dream homes right here in our community. So why wait? Visit Habitat Restore today and uncover treasures while making a difference. South Jefferson Avenue, right here in Cookeville.
Do you ever feel like gambling is causing financial strain or hurting your relationships? The Gambling Clinic has been helping people change their gambling habits for over 2 decades. With physical clinics and remote online appointments, we're here to help you make informed decisions about your gambling. Visit us at thegamblingclinic.com so we can work together to help you win back your life. This project is funded by the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. Brought to you by the Tennessee Gambling Clinic, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
This is the best time to buy America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Now is the time to buy a new Ford truck from Ford of Cookeville. You can get up to $15,000 off MSRP for a limited time during Ford Truck Month. All of our trucks are marked down to the best prices they'll have all year. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Hey, you exhausted every day? Maybe you have the 3 p.m. crash or struggling with memory issues, having a hard time focusing. You have to stop and pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. I never run out of energy, and I'm fully focused. Strong Cell. It's a revolutionary supplement that has truly changed my life. I use it every single day. It gives you natural energy, helps me stay focused all day long, and just makes me feel better overall. Whether you're a working mom or dad or homeschooling your kids, or some of our loyal men and women behind the wheel across the country, try Strong Cell. It'll change your life. Linda uses it as well.
I use it every single day. I have my kids using it, my parents using it, my in-laws using it, my friends using it, and I am telling you, it is immediate. It is one of the only ways you can get NADH on the market, and it works.
Go to HannityStrong.com. Use the promo code Hannity. You get a special 20% off any order. Once again, HannityStrong.com. And Strong Cell believes in their products so much, you get a 60-day no-risk policy. Invest in your health. I did it. It changed my life.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio. 7:48 now.
It's going to be a nice day today, so get out and enjoy it. Mostly sunny, a high close to 80s, the upper 70s for this afternoon. We're at 59.
Great. What a great day.
Yeah, enjoy this because it's supposed to be raining for the next couple of days.
I imagine by 1 or 2 this afternoon, there'll be a lot of, I don't feel good.
I need to go home. Yeah. Okay, so Jason knows that, so I can't say that.
I got Friday situs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. This is awful. Okay.
Okay.
A Kansas babysitter Monday night came face to face with a grown man hiding underneath a child's bed.
Oh, good grief.
So the kid's like, there's monsters under my bed.
Yeah, and you're thinking, oh, they're just having bad dreams.
Let me look. I'll check for you. And then, so the babysitter checks. Grown man under that kid's bed. Unbelievable.
That would be scary.
If the kid wasn't a bedwetter, he is now.
Oh.
Think about that.
I would have wet my pants.
The family's going to have to be checking under beds for like the next decade now. How could you possibly sleep?
So they weren't hurt or anything like that.
Oh.
But oh, goodness.
One of the kids complained about a monster in the room. When the babysitter tried to show the child there was nothing to worry about, she looked under the bed and there was a man.
Oh.
Martin Villalobos Jr.
Villalobos, get out.
The two had an altercation before he ran out of the house. So the babysitter tried to, fight. Then Tuesday morning, sheriff's deputies spotted the suspect in the area. They got him arrested. He was barefoot in the chase. This Villalobos once lived at the home, but was banned from the property because of an abuse order. His relationship to the children and the residents of the home was not released by authorities.
Oh.
So maybe there was some history there, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way.
Good grief.
I don't care what you're doing. That's not right.
And that's so scary, and that poor child's traumatized now.
I mean, it has to be, right?
Even the babysitter, but that child, I feel really sorry for the child.
Get on that babysitter going to fight, though.
I think that's a great babysitter.
Yeah. Bill Gates came out and said there'll be 3 jobs that AI won't be taken over.
Okay, and we had that question of your 2 cents. We said, what job can AI not replace?
Right. So Bill Gates is obviously a listener to Good Morning Cookeville.
That's what I think.
Probably watches on Hub Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But he said coders. He thinks that's still going to need people to build and monitor the AI.
So I need to brush up on my coding.
Yes, or start learning to code.
What makes you think I don't know how?
I'm just taking a really good stab in the dark, Sheila, that you haven't learned to code.
I don't think you have either.
Probably closer to it than you are.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean,
No.
Well,
I'd be closer to it than you.
How? Name one thing you've coded.
My CDs. I had them in alphabetical order, but I don't use them anymore.
Yeah,
I stream.
That counts as coding.
Thanks.
Energy experts, he says that the oil, nuclear, and renewable energy sectors will require strategy and too much expertise to have a fully automated industry. So you need to know a little bit more about that. And then biologists, they'll need them for scientific discovery.
I was always great in biology. I can do all of that.
Well, good, Sheila. You can be a coding biologist.
So you don't believe me in that?
No, I don't.
Really, one of my other jobs that I was wanting to do growing up and what I said, zoologist. You have to know biology for that.
Well, why didn't you do that?
Because I got into mass communications.
Yeah.
but that was my fallback.
Zoologist was your fallback?
A veterinarian or a zoologist.
Did you take any classes to become a zoologist?
I just took some health classes.
Oh, well, that wasn't a fallback then, Sheila.
Had you going for a minute, though, didn't I? But if I decided I got started and didn't like mass communications, I was going to switch.
You could have made the switch to
easily
zoology.
Look at how many things I've switched in my career.
Right, and radio and working at the zoo.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Because there's a lot of people that act like animals at the radio station.
Right. Yeah, you could probably go take good care of a bunch of monkeys right now.
Freaky Dave.
It's like a big gorilla.
He is.
Big gorilla. So they don't say anything about radio or television personalities.
I want to know how you know coding.
I don't really know coding, but
See?
it
Comes right down to it.
I know enough like to be dangerous, like putting together a website, like if it's
I know that.
like if it's that
Why did you think I hadn't done that?
JSON or if it's HTML5.
Here's what he's going by. There's some days when he'll go look this up and I'm not quick enough and he'll go, just give me your phone and I'll look it up for you. He's just not patient, so he thinks I don't know how to do technical things.
I mean, if you have a hard time Googling.
I don't have a hard time Googling.
No, you use Siri for everything.
I don't use it for everything. You know there's a microphone on Google too, and you can go, hey Google.
Yeah, I don't do that. I type it in like an American.
It takes longer.
No, it doesn't.
He just gets. I get on his nerves because I want to talk it into Google. You just give me that phone. That's how controlling Jason is.
It's because Google doesn't understand what you're trying to say.
I'm Southern.
Right. So it's
That's
it's just easier to type it in. Now Alexa's getting better about.
No, she's not.
Well, for me.
Well, no, Alexa is better than Siri. My phone's in front of me. See, she came up.
I don't like that Siri.
Siri, Jason doesn't like you.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Right, and that's
because it's hard to understand.
But that's Siri's answer to everything. I don't care. I have a bunch of friends who will talk to Siri.
Yeah.
And that's Siri's answer to everything.
I don't understand.
I don't understand, or I couldn't find anything, but here's some articles that might be helpful.
Right, that have nothing to do with what you were asking
right.
about.
Siri's useless.
She's not useless, but I do like Google better, and Alexa is on top of it.
Yeah. Well, even Alexa sometimes can't find what you're looking for.
Very rarely. Alexa's my buddy.
You know what I do like about Alexa that I've started doing is so you can have a list going.
Yes.
And so now I'm able to tell Alexa to put it on my list.
You just went, Alexa.
You know.
Like, hey girl.
She's over there. Now I can just tell Alexa.
If you're out of grocery, Alexa, put
it on the list. Yeah. And then it makes a list for you.
It's great.
Yeah. I really like it.
And then she'll say, you're about out of vitamins. Should I order more?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, thank you, girl.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
The one thing I don't like about Amazon right now, there's a lot of things that I've gotten that puts you on a subscription for.
Yes.
Like I bought Breathe Right nose strips one time. And that's turned into me buying them 3 times now.
Yeah.
Because I always forget that I've got a subscription to the Breathe Right nose strips.
My husband said, babe, we've got like 3 different things of cat food. Can you calm the subscription down? I was like, I didn't realize we had too much.
Yeah, then I always forget about the subscription
It's usually cheaper with a subscription, so I try to get the cheaper.
When the next box comes, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to cancel that.
Right.
And then
or you can just say like allow more time in between the deliveries. Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. I do have my vitamin D and K2 on subscription, and I do like that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty spot on. It's like it knows I'm about out.
I bet Siri wouldn't be that great on it. She would.
Siri probably doesn't even know what D3 K2 is.
We need to create a Southern Alexa.
That would be great.
Hey there, girl.
Hey, girl. What's up? I need some cat food.
I'm feeling a little cattywampus.
Yeah.
Oh, you need cat food.
I hope everybody has a great weekend. There is it is a slight chance for some bad weather on Sunday, I believe is when that is. And I think it's a level 1 or 2 currently. So still, not a big threat, but still a threat. You can catch Anthony Taylor with Upper Cumberland weather right here on all the Cookeville communication stations. So we'll have that for you. And of course, as always, 24/7 on Hub Plus. Have a
This
great
is
weekend.
News
We'll
Talk
see you Monday.
107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299 BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400 WHUB Cookeville.